Hey everybody, David Louch here with Louch Landscapes, and on this episode we are going to be reviewing the Hustler TrimStar that I purchased earlier this season. I got about 160 hours on the machine now, so I'm going to go over some pros, some cons, and just my overall thoughts on the machine so far this year, and hopefully that'll help you guys. Before we get to that, please do me a huge favor and like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us reach more people, and it would really mean a lot to me. All right, and we're back. And as I mentioned, today we are going to be going over and taking a look at my Hustler TrimStar 48-inch commercial walk-behind mower that I purchased earlier this year. You know, a little bit of backstory on this mower. I did purchase it as a kind of a secondary mower to my Super S 60-inch Hustler, which I'll do a review video as well, or link it to this video. But I really did purchase it as a secondary mower, something that could be used in almost any condition, no matter the hill or incline or decline, as I have quite a few of those. So I wanted to get something that was going to work in those conditions. And spoiler alert, this thing is a beast. It goes through absolutely anything. So, you know, from a pros and cons perspective, it really was difficult for me to find some cons with this mower, but I'm going to do my best to bring some value to you guys and really do a comprehensive overview. So let's first take a look at the rig. I'll do a quick overview. So this is it. This is what she looks like. I got the 48-inch edition, but I do believe that it comes in a 32, a 48, a 54, and a 60. Don't quote me on that, but there's definitely a good variety of sizes in this. I chose the 48 ultimately because, in my opinion, I think that it's the most versatile. So it's going to fit on some of the smaller city properties that I have, but it's also still usable and still going to be it's still going to do some damage on some of the bigger estate properties I have. So for me, I thought that was going to be the best option to go with, and so far that is proved correct. So this is the machine. In terms of a pro perspective, one of the big selling features for this machine for me personally was the deck adjust. So this is huge because it operates really like your traditional zero turn stand on or sit down, in that there's a lever here that you would just pull up, choose your height, which is going to be all listed here by moving this pin, and then ultimately putting it back down. And so the great thing here is that you can do it as you're mowing and as you're going, where a lot of traditional walk behind units, there's going to be 4 pins on the deck that you would have to pull out and manually adjust the deck every single time you wanted to go over a little hill or a rock or something like this. You'd have to manually adjust it. And I don't know about you, but I find that I constantly have to adjust the deck up and down. So it would be a major pain if I had to pull pins on the deck and do that every single time. So the deck adjust is an amazing feature. One of the things I love most about this machine. The other thing that I love about this machine is the steering and how you operate the machine. So it basically works like a dirt bike or a four-wheeler or something like that. So basically you turn to go forward and you turn back to go in reverse, and then you just turn kind of like a steering wheel. So for me, this works really, really well on hills. I find that with your traditional pistol grip walk behinds, you still have to have some sort of control or balance, so to speak, as you're going across a hill or a big incline. So with this, I find that there's a lot more control. I'm never feeling the machine sway up and down the hill. it just goes straight and it operates nice and smoothly. These things here, this is simply just the safety. So your hand has to be touching this and it has to be up in order for the machine to be running. And that's the other part that I like about this machine, is that I can operate this one-handed. As long as this one hand is on the throttle and it's pushing this safety up, I can drive this machine. So with your traditional zero turns, you can't do that, or it's not as easy, because you know, when you take one hand off, the machine kind of stops or it goes to one side, whereas with this I can operate it with one hand and it works super well. So this is your dash. You can see there that I have 163.9 hours on the machine so far. So I got it back in May. Been operating it for a few months, and yeah, there's 163, done a few oil changes on it so far. But this is kind of your operator platform that you're looking at. So this here is the parking brake, your throttle, and your choke. So if I'm going to pick one thing that I don't like about the machine, it's this parking brake. I find that it really just is a part that can wear very easily. And I've actually already had a few issues with this parking brake, just because you're constantly going from park to forward. And so it just wears very easily and quickly. And so the more you do this back and forth, the more that it's wearing under here. And so what happens is it loosens up, and I found that a few times I was putting it into park, but the mower didn't think it was in park because it was worn out, and so it would just shut down and not stay idling. I've since got that fixed, and it's super simple to just tighten it under there. But again, I don't love this system of the parking brake. Aside from that, the other thing that I love about this machine is that your oil changes are super accessible and super easy. So this is it right here. All you're going to do is you're going to turn that knob. The oil's going to run down here, and I have a tube that came with the machine that runs from here down to this hole here so that the oil can drip out. So I just find that, you know, for me not being super mechanical, I like how easy this is for me to just change the oil filter and be on my way. So that's another thing I really love about this machine, is the access point to the oil. Aside from that, it just overall looks like a really nice machine. Honestly, there's really nothing else that I don't like other than that little parking brake issue, to be honest with you. It doesn't come with like Hustler doesn't make a Velke, but I did find out that you can attach a Velke or a Sulky to the back of this, which is definitely something that I'm going to be doing in the near future, just because it's a lot of walking, and I like the exercise and I like to walk, but sometimes it would be nice to have that Velke to make those bigger properties a little bit easier and a little bit quicker. So yeah, with this machine here, I'm running the Kawasaki FS600V. So that's the engine I got. It's been awesome so far. And aside from that, I would definitely recommend this unit to anybody that is looking to get a commercial walk behind for their properties. As a secondary mower, as a main mower, this mower is a beast. It goes through absolutely anything, and it hasn't let me down yet. So that is it. That's just my review of the Hustler TrimStar. I know it was very positive and there wasn't too many negatives about it, but honestly, I haven't had any issues other than the parking brake so far. So 169 hours or 163 hours, absolute beast, love it. If you guys have a Hustler TrimStar and you have a different experience, or you want to echo some of the things I said, please leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think of yours. Would really appreciate it. And until next time, thanks a lot for tuning in, and we'll talk to you then.